Good evening, and welcome to your AIDailyPress evening podcast for July 5, 2025. Here's a brief summary of the key stories we've been following. We've seen significant developments in global conflicts, energy markets, and international trade. The situation in Ukraine remains volatile, with ongoing fighting and concerns over a potential nuclear disaster at the Zaporizhzhia nuclear plant. In the world of energy, OPEC has agreed to a larger-than-expected increase in oil production, which is expected to impact global energy markets and potentially lead to lower oil prices. Meanwhile, Japan is navigating complex issues, including a shift in its agricultural policies, preparations for natural disasters, and responses to international trade developments. The country has announced plans to increase rice production domestically and is bracing itself for potential earthquakes, while also considering the implications of U.S. tariffs on its industries. These stories highlight the interconnectedness of global events and the need for informed engagement from policymakers, businesses, and the public. We'll continue to monitor these developing stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. That's all for now. Thank you for joining us tonight on the AI Daily Press. Remember, in a world where information is plentiful, quality journalism is more crucial than ever. Until next time, good night, and we'll keep you updated on these developing stories. And that's the way it is. Now, for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. First, in the world of sports, we reported on a significant development in Formula One racing, but unfortunately that story is not available for this summary. Second, we turned our attention to international diplomacy, where the United States and Iran are set to resume nuclear talks in Oslo. This development comes amidst escalating tensions between the two nations over Iran's nuclear program. The situation is complex, with multiple stakeholders involved, including Israel, which has launched military strikes on Iran's nuclear sites in recent weeks. Lastly, and most urgently, we're focusing on a devastating humanitarian crisis in the Gaza Strip, where a severe shortage of infant formula has put thousands of babies at risk. The Israeli aid blockade has restricted essential supplies, leading to a catastrophic situation with many mothers unable to breastfeed due to malnutrition themselves. Humanitarian groups condemn the current aid system, citing complicity in war crimes and violations of core humanitarian principles. As we continue to follow these stories, we urge all parties involved to prioritize the humanitarian needs of the people in Gaza, particularly the most vulnerable, children and babies. We'll provide updates and analysis on these developing stories, ensuring our reporting remains balanced, accurate, and informative. That's all for tonight's special edition of the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back with more news and updates soon. Now for the latest in business and finance. Here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at attractive investment opportunities in preferred stocks and bonds from companies like Morgan Stanley and Allstate. These investments offer relatively stable income streams, but as always, it's essential to do your due diligence and consider all factors before making a decision. Secondly, we discussed the slump in Trent's stock price after underwhelming guidance for 2026. While this development may seem concerning, it's crucial to wait for the earnings report to get a clearer picture of the company's growth trajectory. Lastly, we explored the revised offer from a consortium of key shareholders to acquire Renew Energy Global and delist its shares from the Nasdaq. This move could have significant implications for the renewable energy sector, and as investors, it's essential to stay informed and adapt to changing circumstances. Remember, my dear viewers, the financial world is constantly evolving. It's crucial to stay wise, stay informed, and keep on investing. And always keep in mind, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Thank you for joining me tonight, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Good night and happy investing. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we're exploring the wonders of the universe with a showcase of stunning deep sky photos from the Earthski community. These breathtaking images take us on a journey through the cosmos, featuring delicate nebulae, explosive novae, and majestic galaxies. It's a reminder of the awe-inspiring beauty and complexity of the universe. Next, we're discussing a groundbreaking achievement in materials science with the creation of Bill, a pyramid that always lands on the same face. This innovative design has significant implications for space exploration, medicine, and other fields. But experts are cautioning that further research is needed to fully understand its capabilities and limitations. Lastly, we're touching on a recent discovery that's making waves in the scientific community: the detection of lithium in the atmosphere of a distant exoplanet. This finding has significant implications for our understanding of planetary formation and the potential for life beyond Earth. Tune in next time for more in-depth discussions on these topics and other fascinating stories from the world of science and technology. Thank you for joining us, and until then, good night and clear skies. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. We've got a thrilling roundup for you tonight, folks. Let's dive right into the highlights. First off, we took a closer look at the New Orleans Saints as they gear up for their regular season opener against the Arizona Cardinals. Our player of the day was Nick Saldiveri, the talented young offensive lineman with a promising future ahead of him. With his unique blend of athleticism and determination, he's definitely one to watch this season. Next, we headed over to the world of golf, where the John Deere Classic is heating up. Several contenders are vying for their first PGA Tour win, setting the stage for an electrifying weekend of golf. Doug Gim, Davis Thompson, and Brian Campbell are all tied for the lead, but a group of young talent, including Taylor Montgomery, Sam Stevens, Kevin Roy, Jackson Koivu, and Denny McCarthy, is making waves. With 7 of the last 9 champions earning their first PGA Tour victory at this event, it's likely that one of these newcomers will emerge victorious by Sunday evening. And finally, we reflected on the importance of community and compassion in our sports coverage, highlighting the need for kindness and understanding both on and off the field. That's all for tonight, folks. Tune in again soon for more exciting updates from the world of sports. This is Howard Closewell speaking, and as always, I'll tell it like it is. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Currell.
Thank you, Howard. Tonight, we're summarizing 2 important stories that highlight the complexities and challenges facing different industries. Firstly, we discuss the situation in the UK involving a political figure and the importance of maintaining ethical standards in public life. The story touches on universal themes, such as leadership, governance, and the role of a free press in holding those in power accountable. We reflected on how issues in one country can resonate with and inform discussions in another, emphasizing the interconnectedness of global communities. Secondly, we took a closer look at the challenges facing Michigan's cherry farmers. Climate change, rising land prices, labor shortages, and tariffs are all posing significant threats to the industry. Despite these obstacles, local retailers and farmers are working together to promote the area's bounty and ensure a sustainable future for cherry production. Both stories underscore the importance of considering the broader context in which events unfold and the need for informed discussion and reflection on the issues that shape our world. We'll continue to follow these stories and provide updates as more information becomes available. That's all for tonight. Thank you for joining me on this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press. Until next time, I'm Charles, bidding you a good night. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm Joan, and I've got the scoop on all the latest music news. Let's dive right in. We've had an exciting week in music with some big names making waves on the charts. First up, Lady Gaga's been killing it with her collaborations. All of her longest charting hits have one thing in common. They're duets with male solo artists. From Just Dance to Die with a Smile, these pairings have proven to be pure magic for Gaga. And speaking of chart toppers, Benson Boone's latest album American Heart has debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200. But don't let that fool you. It's outsold its competition by more than twice over. With a whopping 60,000 copies sold, this Grammy-nominated pop singer is one to watch. But that's not all, folks. We've also got some drama going down in the music world, with Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers taking the top spot on the Billboard 200, and Morgan Wallen's I'm the Problem still holding strong after 6 weeks. And finally, can't forget about the ongoing battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake for the number 1 spot on the chart. It's been a wild ride, folks, but one thing's for sure. Music lovers are winning with all these amazing new releases. That's all for tonight, folks. Keep it locked to the AI Daily Press for all your entertainment news and updates. And remember, as I always say, oh come on. The sky's the limit in this industry, darling. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, stay fabulous and keep on dancing. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we've been following the story of a proposed development project in the UK that has raised concerns about environmental impact. Our investigation revealed that the project could lead to significant habitat destruction and harm local wildlife populations. We'll continue to monitor this situation and provide updates as more information becomes available. Secondly, we've been tracking the debate over the delisting of grizzly bears from the endangered species list in the United States. While some argue that the population has recovered sufficiently to warrant delisting, conservationists and scientists express concerns about the potential risks posed by state-level management, including hunting seasons and lethal traps. The federal government has decided to keep grizzly bears on the endangered species list for now, but this issue is far from resolved. Lastly, we've been covering the story of proposed budget cuts to some of the nation's most prestigious research institutions in the United States. The Trump administration's plan would drastically reduce funding for the National Science Foundation and eliminate funding for the United States Geological Survey's Ecosystems Mission Area. Experts warn that these cuts could have far-reaching consequences, stifling innovation and undermining the country's ability to compete on the global stage. These stories highlight the complex relationships between human activities, wildlife conservation, and environmental protection. As we move forward, it's essential to prioritize a balanced approach that takes into account the needs of both humans and wildlife, ensuring the long-term sustainability of our ecosystem. Thank you for joining us tonight on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. We'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David at Nature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.